In this video, we are going to refactor the getting token operation. As you know that for now we are getting two tokens for accessing two resources. We had a token for protected movies API and also we had another token for OpenID Connect interactive client. So in the last video, we had combined these scopes in OpenID Connect, so as the same way, we should refactor our get token operation accordingly. Let's take an action. First of all, we are going to use HTTP context accessor in order to reach existing token which retrieve from the OpenID Connect when login the systems. So for that purpose, go to the startup CS MVC application. So as you remember that we have configured HTTP client operation for in order to get token. So now we don't need to these operations now. I'm going to remove these services. Comment. Let me comment this token request operation, because for now we are not going to get token from the identity server, because once we log in the system we have get the token. For accessing that token, we should register the HTTP context accessor. So for that reason I am going to add this line of code, services.add HTTP context accessor. So basically what we are going to do in here, we are saying that we only using the existing HTTP request and we don't need to prepare another request for the identity server for, and we are not going to use this client ID movies client. We are anymore using the MVC client. Let me check in here. As you can see that under the identity server in the configure service we have two clients. Now you can comment this client, because we are not going to use this client. We have one client, and in the hybrid flow we can reach the implement the OpenID Connect and also reach the movies API under this client. So for that purpose, under the MVC client application I'm commenting this line of codes and I'm only adding the HTTP context accessor. By this HTTP context accessor we would like to reach the existing token which when the system login when user login the system get the token. For that token we are going to access this token with HTTP context accessor. So now we can change the get token code operation into the handler class, which we had to get additional token. So open the handler class. So we have a HTTP handlers and we have a authentication delegating handler. So in this layer we have a token request. As you can see that we were a token request, and now we will reach the token from OpenID Connect when login the system. So for that purpose I'm going to inject iHTTP accessor. So let me comment this line of codes, because we are not using HTTP client and token request anymore. We are basically accessing this information. Let me define this one. iHTTP context accessors. We already registered this HTTP context accessor in the dependency injection startup CS. So now I'm basically inject this HTTP context accessor into the constructor. So basically we are changing actual method also. We are changing method to get token from the existing HTTP context. Now we should not send any additional request to identity server for getting token, because token already requested when OpenID Connect establishment. For that purpose I'm going to comment this line of codes, because we will not send a request for getting token from the identity server anymore. Once login the system with OpenID Connect, we had already getting token, and we are going to get token with HTTP context accessor. Let me explain how we are getting the token. By this line of code, just this line of code, as you can see that HTTP context accessor as a HTTP context property, and we can use this property with importing these authentication namespaces. Let me add these namespaces, and we can basically use the get token async method. Okay, so by this way we are requesting the access token. This is the pre-built constant value. and this HTTP context accessor will return to access token from the OpenID Connect, right? So after that, if there is no problem with our access token, we would like to set the bearer token as usual. We had already do before. So the operation is more cleaner now, right? We didn't request again, and we also get the token ID with existing HTTP context. Okay, very good. Now we are ready to test our application.